Good morning, hope you're all safe and well. Well, I've had a little bit of a lay-in today. I've had an extra hour in bed. Didn't have a late night last night, but I stayed up a little bit later than what I normally do. And yeah, it was just me and my son outside. We lit the fire. We had a lovely bit of steak on there. And just kick back a little bit. Sometimes it's important to make time for these little things, isn't it? So this morning I thought, you know what, I'm going to ease my way into the day and sit down and have a coffee, just take it all in. I've certainly missed it. Yeah, this is a great way to start the day. And this is our grill we cooked on last night. Yeah, we just sat back, a few games of darts, sat down and just listened to the owls and the bats flying about. When we was out here till just before midnight and there was still tractors in the fields, so yeah, we had a lovely evening. Right, today's video, well, a lot of it is dependent on weather. We've got some rain coming in the next 3 or 4 days. So that means I'm going to drop back inside, and what I'll probably start doing is putting down the floor in the cottage. We've done the terracotta one side in the kitchen area. Now I'm going to do like the land side. So we've got that lined up. As mentioned before, I've got some tiles to replace, weather dependent. I also have to catch up on all the maintenance issues around here, garden and stuff like that. So, and today it's going to be collecting some firewood, doing some logs, and maybe repair the wood burner in the living room. You know, you have to have regular maintenance on these appliances with the gaskets. We've had it swept so it's all nice and clean, all the chimney, which is vitally important. So we'll go over that today. Yes, I always read through as many comments as I can, and what's become apparent to me is how many people watch it just not necessarily interested in all of the stuff that I do, but just like putting it on and relaxing and chilling out. And yeah, that's really yeah, really rather nice of you to say that. You know, all that have said that, take it for granted you just do what you do, but if it brings a little bit of peace and calmness and comfort to people, then yeah, that really does make me feel good actually. So it's a win-win, ain't it? We all feel a little bit more calm. So that's why today I thought I'll start it off a little bit calm. You know, there's other channels out there that are tearing into the renovations and smashing and crashing, which is fine. I can do that, but yeah, sometimes you just have to slow down a little bit, I think, and take it in. Or just simply go for a walk. That's another nice way to calm down. I do a lot of walking. Takes your mind off of things, come back and feel a bit charged up. It don't solve everything, but it helps if you're feeling a little clearer. And just look at the nature, that helps. So in a moment I'm going to get my trailer hitched on, go down and pick a load of wood up. And I'll probably put the cats out later in their run, nice and sunny. We find that if they don't get outside and run off a bit of steam, they start bouncing off the walls indoors. We can tell it's either food or sometimes they need their exercise. So they come out there and tear around, and they come in and they're perfectly chilled. Which is what we like on this channel, isn't it? Now the other night on my journeys, I came back and I normally slow down through the lanes and that, and there was a family of wild boar just walked straight across the road in front of me. Lucky I was going slow enough, I just stopped, but I just sat there in the car and just watched them walk across. Beautiful to see, you know. We do know they're about, don't often see them. Yeah, it was the mum and dad and their little, I forget what you call them now, the little ones, come marching across the road. Lovely. Yeah, and there's so many deer about as well. This time of year we just have to be really mindful driving through the lanes, because they just jump out on you. You know, they really do leap over at the ditches from nowhere. Yeah, I love autumn. One of the best times of year for me. I'll struggle a bit with the heat, working and that. The winter obviously has its advantages and disadvantages. It's nice to get the fires going and all them sort of things, but at the end of winter I really do look forward to spring, and it's the same with the summer. When it's really hot I look forward to autumn. So spring and autumn for me are the best seasons, and it is nice to have the seasons at different times of year, different things. I've noticed that in France everything's very regulated by what's going on with the seasons, you know, what they sell. It's not an all year round, you know, 24/7 setup where we are. They'll have certain things on offer certain times of the year, then they won't be so much, you know. Right, that's enough chilling. Let's get that trailer on. See if I can get a new stick for me wire brush broom as well, which I broke. Yeah, got my stick, got my trigger stick. Yeah, another important thing to do. Clean all your windscreen and your glass off before you drive off. The amount of people I've seen in past years driving along for a tiny little hole in the screen, it ain't worth the risk. You know, another dead tip, get an absorbent cloth and clean your windows off. And I do this every morning for Sam and that on all their cars, just a habit really. Gives me a chance to go around the car, make sure everything's alright as well. Clean the lights, it's just one of them things I do. So these are the tiles, terracotta tiles that I'm going to be laying. Got to grade them, clean them up. Now these were given to me by Billy Peverick when I was working at the convent with him. Kindly donated these to me. So I've just got to go all through. Quite a lot of ones that are damaged, but there's still quite a few here that I can upcycle. I'm not chucking anything away as normal. Now while I was down Billy's, I also spoke to Ryan, Life of Ryan. He said he's still got the terracotta tiles for me, should I need some. I said yeah, I probably will. So at a later date I'll be heading over to Ryan, seeing him, and he said I can have as many as I like, so certainly enough to sort the cottage out, which is great. And then I can get this area tidied up, start landscaping it and putting some raised beds in for the start of spring. Right, let's get the trailer on. Now I've been thinking about the kind of way forward. Obviously I've got to catch up a little bit of the revenue that I've lost over the last month, and I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll do vlog type style videos so I can put a few more out. Let me know whether that's something, you know, you think's a good idea. That way, you know, I can probably produce twice as many videos if I film most of the things that I do every day. But yeah, maybe that's the way forward. Okay, we've got a 20-minute drive to I'm at the Woodyard now. The Woodyard, it's all the offcuts of stuff that they make, so it's, you know, it's really a good system. It's all kiln dried, you know, lovely clean wood. It's only little, but you do need various sizes of wood to get the perfect fire. So yeah, we like to mix our wood, mainly oak, beech. I think beech burns a lot, well, a bit hotter, but burns quicker, and oak burns longer, so if you're mixing it up you can really sort of get the ideal heat that you're after. Okay, so I've got the wood on board. More importantly, I've got a baguette and some ham, so yeah. Jambon beurre. Right, let's get going and I'll see you back at base. And of course, just checking in on the neighbours. Morning, girls. Time for some lunch, I think. And it's time for a jambon beurre. It just simply means ham and butter. Yeah, it's strange, in France they kind of treat the butter as a separate ingredient. I mean, in England we'd just say ham sandwich, but yeah, it's classed as another ingredient, but it tastes delicious. There's certainly no half measures here. Delicious. Now, there is one thing I did forget in England, that's Branston pickle in a ham sandwich. Oh, delicious. But this is equally as nice, I think. This should keep me going. Now, jambon beurre, I just looked it up, excuse me, is the unofficial national sandwich of France. Yep, it's delicious. But the baguette must be fresh. Let me know in the comments what your national sandwich is from where you're from. That'd be interesting to see, actually. Everyone commenting from all around the world, and we get a good idea of what is what. Just thinking about the English one now. Bacon sandwich. Also has to be real butter, not that margarine stuff. Nice thick butter. Yeah, that's how I like it. Right, now it's time to put the cats outside. Now the cats can now enjoy the sun. Yeah, you only cry when I'm here. Now what I'll probably do is continue making as many videos as I can and just putting them out. They might be every day, they might not. Probably go for about 5 times a week. If it suits you and it suits me, I'll continue doing more of them. If not, I'll kind of pare it back to every other day. So yeah, we'll just see how we go. I also got this kit while I was out. It's a gasket for around the wood burner. So we're back inside now. Let's take a look at the gasket. Now this over time gets compressed and it doesn't create such a good seal on the door. Does need a bit of a clean down. And that's what seats over this area here. Now these come in different sizes. I think this is 0.6mm here. Now when it comes to cleaning the glass, you can just use something like a sponge, a little dab of water, and then a little bit of ash, believe it or not, and that rubbed on cleans the glass. Now you can buy spray cleaners. If you do this on a regular basis, it doesn't build up. It's not as good to get off the really burnt on stuff, but it certainly does the trick. just a little bit of water, a little bit of ash, nice and clean. Another important thing to consider is the cleaning out. Now what we like to do is obviously let it cool down. We don't use the hoover to clean this out. You have to get special hoovers with no bags in to suck this lot out. Don't use your conventional one because some of these ashes and embers can still be warm and you don't want that in your hoover. So get the right equipment for the job. If in doubt, get someone trained in this kind of stuff to look at it for you if you've got any issues. Well, I don't remember it being this hard last time. Maybe it's different glue. It really has stuck on. It's taken a little bit longer than what I anticipated, but you've got to get all the old glue off before you can put the new stuff on. Yeah, we're not far from it. So next we get some sandpaper for metal. Fold it up the shape of the profile, just run it along and give it a good clean out. So we'll run the hoover as well, keep the dust down. That reminds me, the gasket on the glass needs doing as well. We'll try and get these screws undone. Sometimes they can be very difficult to get out. So here we've got to redo this. So it's all been nicely cleaned out, rubbed down, dust free and ready to go. Now you must make sure you use the correct kit for these things, proper fire rope and the proper glue for it. So what we've got to do is do this in one piece. We can't have any joins, so we'll start there, all the way down, round, across there and then up and finish there. So we've got all the glue in the recess now, evenly passed around. And then we have to press the rope in and then let it set for several hours. So we've got our glue in. Now we just pass our rope through the channel and around. It's important not to stretch it, because when the heat gets on it, it's more inclined to pull out. Now this is something that should really be carried out by someone who's experienced in this kind of installation. After all, it is an important seal that keeps the gases out of your room. I did try to get that bottom screw out, but it wouldn't budge. So at the moment I'm not going to take the glass out. I've managed to loosen the top ones off, get the gasket back in for the glass and then tighten them up so it's okay. But it will be something that I'll address next time. So we've gone all the way around with no join, and all we do here is once we're happy with how far we are down, we'll just cut off with a pair of scissors. We'll push it shut, close it up a little bit so it's not too compressed but just enough to hold it there, leave it a few hours, and then tomorrow it'll be okay to light the fire. That'll be another maintenance job off the list. Sometimes I go quick like this. This went a little bit longer than normal. I had to scrape it all out, but nevertheless we got it done. It's all nicely in place. I've also cleaned up the rim on here. There's like a half oval this side, half oval opposite that side, and they kind of nestle in together, and this gasket just wraps around it. Okay. Now already I can feel that the door handle closes right the way down there. Before it was only sort of 3/4, so there was something holding it back a little bit. Now that is a nice even seal all the way around. Brilliant. Get some Z-Bright, cover it over, give it a light polish up, and they come up like new. So that is it for this video. Let us know if you like this kind of format, and I'll try and make a few more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.